couple days ago, the craziest thing happened. It started out like any other day. I woke up and said, it's a great day for a drive. I always say that even if it's not. So I hop in my best ride, and I found this canyon road with the twists and the turns, the dips, clips, and I was speechless. But my Vanderhall was not speechless. Then I see this car by the side of the road, and these two ladies are there, and they're like, our car broke down and we can't get a signal, can you help us out? And I said, yup, hop in. But there's only one extra seat, because it's a Vanderhall. And the ladies are like, but there's only one extra seat. And I'm like, yep, because it's a Vanderhall. I'll take one for now and we'll be back in no time. They were like, I don't know. And then they saw the goodness in my eyes and were like, that's a good man, I'll go. One of them got in and we went. And she was speechless. Then we got to my house and she was like, I'm not sure I want to go in your house. And I was like, we're not going in my house. I opened the garage and she was...
A couple of days ago, the craziest thing happened. Okay, so there was this guy and there was this car. And no, it wasn't a car, it was something else. Let me start over. So, I was out for a drive with my best friend when her car broke down and she was like, ugh, my car, it's broken. And then we had no signal and we were hashing it out and we hear this and then there's a guy and he's like, hey, you wanna ride? And then we both said, yup, because he was fine. And my friend was like, I should go. And I whispered in her ear, I'll go, just in case he tries to pull something, and I know karate. And she was like, sounds good, when did you learn karate? I don't know karate. And we went. That thing was unreal. Those curves, those lines, his hair, so perfect. And then, okay, we get to his house and I'm like, dude, I'm sure your house is really nice and everything, but he opened the garage, boom, there was another one. I said, what are these? And he was like, Vanderhall. The name's Vanderhall. And he hands me the keys and a pair of shades and he's like, don't touch the windshield. I touched everything else. And we get back to my friend and I'm like, hey, you wanna ride? And the guy was like, hey, you wanna ride? And my friend just sitting there reading her book like, who should I go with? And then we hear another vroom. And there's this guy and he shows up in another Vanderhall. And he was like,
A couple of days ago, the craziest thing happened. My car broke down and there was this guy in this car, but it wasn't a car. He only had one extra seat and I wanted it, but my friend gave me the look. You know, that look that says, I feel like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If I don't get to do this, I will regret this for the rest of my life, so can you please just let me go for a ride with a stranger? I was like, I don't know what you mean, but she just jumped in and they left. It was okay. I had a book. Then they came back in not one, but two Vanderhalls. That's what they're called. What a great name, Vanderhall. Love it. The guy said, hey, wanna ride? And my friend was like, hey, wanna ride? That's when crazy got even crazier. Another guy in another Vanderhall shows up. He looks at me over his glasses and he says, hey, wanna ride? At first I thought this is what every woman wants, options. And while I was thinking that, guy number two did the coolest thing any guy has ever done. I was like, what? My friend and guy number one were like, what? And the new guy was like, mm-hmm. I'll bet you can guess what happened next.